You have the most epic drum set of all time. How much did that thing cost?
I mean, the drum set really didn't cost that much. I just bought like the nicest Drumsticks set there is, and then 2 Pearl Mimics with the TD50 that already came with it, a full set of ATV cymbals, a full set of metal cymbals just in case, you know. I added a Midas sound console to sort of tie all these elements together. Then I realized this was way too big to lug around, so I decided to buy a Roland TD50K as my, you know, backup drum set just to keep in a closet in case. Yeah, I think it ended up costing me around 20 grand, so not that bad.
How are you liking that new electronic drum set you just bought?
Don't remind me. I didn't want to buy this. I was forced to buy this electronic drum set. My band sat me down the other week for an intervention, and they said I either had to play with brushes or buy an electronic drum set. And there is no way in heck I'm going to play with brushes every single time we play out. I can't live with myself if I had to do that. But don't worry, every single time someone gives me a compliment about my drum sound or the low volume on stage, I'm fully intending to grumble and complain and let them know I'm only doing it because I have to.
Dude, that new Alesis drum set looks kind of interesting.
Guys, you keep acting like Yamaha doesn't exist anymore. Yamaha is still a thing. Roland and Alesis aren't the only companies that make electronic drums. The DTX 700 series, great bang for your buck. Why does everyone act as if Yamaha is gone? It still exists, it's still a thing.
Hey, someone said you bought an electronic drum set. Could I see it?
Oh, you heard about my new electronic drum set? I'm really darn proud of this thing. Take a look. This is it right here. I know it looks kind of small, but really, who needs actual cymbals and drum pads? This is really all you need. I'm an electronic drum minimalist. My hi-hat pad is right here. I got my floor toms over here. I got my snare. I actually have less stuff to lug around than the bass player, which is an absolute miracle. And I realize the Alesis Sample Pad Pro isn't the nicest thing out there. It's a stepping stone to my alternate mode pad that I'm saving up for right now, because we all know that piezo are the thing of the past, and FSR technology will one day rule the world.
Wow, your drum set is like colorful.
Most electronic drums are so boring. They're black and white, maybe have some wood grain. That is like, can't stand that. We need more color in our lives. So that's why I got those hot pink see-through electronic cymbals. And then of course I needed to have individual shell wraps for each, you know, tom and snare. So one has the wood grain, the other one has the bright sparkly red, and the other one has just a ton of stickers on them. And I did wrap the drum rack in bright neon flashing Christmas lights just to give it a little more pop. And don't forget the glowing sticks that actually change color to the music. My whole drum set is like an absolute masterpiece. This is the pinnacle of e-drumming.
Why do you hate them so much?
The reason why I always crap on electronic drums is because they're not actually real drums. Have you ever played one of these things? Like, they're all rubber pads with crappy sounds. They're just disgusting to play on. I really don't know why anyone even plays electronic drums. They're probably all idiots or something.
What's the last electronic drum set you played?
I think the last electronic drum set I played was back, I don't remember when it was, but it was like a Roland TD5 or TD 5.1 or whatever it's called. I tried it, I gave it a shot, I gave electronic drums my dignity, and they squashed it.
That drum set came out in like 1995.
Yeah, you know, the 90s, that's about right. I think that's the last time I played an electronic drum set. But there's no possible way electronic drums got any better in the last 2 decades. They probably still suck. I'm not going to give them another chance.
Hey dude, I heard you were going to sell your TD10. Have you listed it on eBay yet?
You're absolutely right. I completely forgot to post that on eBay. I've got all the photos and everything ready. I just need to write a really short description and post that sucker on eBay. See if I can get some money out of this thing. Let me see here. For sale, used Roland TD10. It is the previous version of the Roland TD50 KV. It's practically the same thing, except this one is red and the new one is black. I'm selling this for $3,000. It only has a few cigarette stains, rips on the mesh heads, and the module does have a crack on the screen. So pretty much pristine condition. I played it about 5 days a week, gigging out, only once a week at church on Sundays. And $3,000 is a really good price because the new version costs $7,500. Only serious offers, please. I know what this thing is worth. I just found the steal of the decade. I was on Craigslist last week and I found this used Yamaha DTX 502 and they were selling it for $100. Those things sell brand new for $800, so I knew I had to go pick it up. I did have to meet this guy in a sketchy place. It was like a back alley behind a restaurant, and I had to pay him in cash, and he had a seedy looking white van, but it was an amazing deal. The only problems with the kit, there's only a handful of problems. Like the snare drum, it doesn't have one, and all the cymbals are broken, and the drum module, it does look like it was kicked around like a soccer ball, but it only cost $100. So I'll just go buy new parts on eBay to fix that sucker up, and it's totally worth $100. I cannot believe that's an electronic drum set. That thing looks freaking sweet. It looks nearly identical to an acoustic set. How'd you do it? Don't tell anybody. I don't want anyone to know that this is actually an electronic drum set. I've done everything humanly possible to hide that. So what I've got the acoustic shells with the sensors inside, and of course I got white mesh heads that you can't see through them, so you know that they're actually acoustic drum heads, right? I actually took real cymbals and then bought conversion kits, and then of course I had the clear cabling that I wrapped around all the stands so it blends right in with the environment. Don't tell anyone. I don't want anyone to know this is an electronic drum set. My cred will go down. Keep your lips shut. Hey, I saw you bought a T50KB. That thing looks freaking sweet. But you drive like a 1987 Honda Accord. How did you afford this? You're absolutely right. I did just buy T50KV. It was the best purchase of my entire life. No, I didn't come into any money or anything. I'm still dead broke. But I did get it on the payment plan. That's why I got it shipped to my door. So unfortunately, it's still like $300 a month, and I could have used that $300 a month to, you know, buy a new car that actually doesn't break down every other day. But man, this drum set is so freaking awesome. I regret nothing. Hey, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I made a part 1 video of this and people liked it so much that they asked me to make a sequel. That's this video right here. If you want to go see the first one, I'll link it down in the description below and in the end card over here. If there are any other kinds of electronic drummers you know and love out there in the wild, leave those types down in the comments below. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you in a few.